Another thing women can do very well is forget about your ass. Forget about you. I was with a woman for 17 fucking years, man, and she had the ability to forget about me. If I would run into this woman after we broke up, 2 months later, say meet her at a bus stop, and I would run up and go, "Hey Heather, God, it was nice seeing you again. I haven't seen you for a while." She would turn to me and go, "Does the number 2 bus run by here, sir?" Does it? I'm like, I guess so, maybe it does. They have the ability to just forget you. I don't know what that is. Guys, that's why, you know, we stalk women, I guess. You know, women, you know, it's crazy. Let's see. I grew up in San Francisco. Anybody from the Bay Area? Really? Sir? No? You missed out. I grew up, the neighborhood I grew up in was very different for me because I was the minority. I was one of the only white people in an all-black neighborhood. Here's the difference when the white people are the minority. The black people treated me like family. They took me in. When blacks and Mexicans and everybody else, when they're the minorities and we're the majorities, we exploit them. And we want to kill them. But they took me in. And the great thing about my neighborhood is the way they took me in was great, is because we were all poor. Like when you look at your neighbor and you have to buy, you know, you have to borrow some pants to go to school in, you don't give a fuck if they're black, because you're not going to go to school in Spider-Man underwear. You don't give a fuck. When you look at your neighbor and go, "Can you pay rent?" No, me either. You don't give a fuck if they're black or white or whatever. You're just trying to survive. When I found out about racism is when I moved to Portland, Oregon. That's when I found out what the N-word meant. I never heard the N-word when I grew up in the black neighborhood, but when I moved to Portland, Oregon, they used to teach the N-word in English class. Is it a verb or is it an adjective in this sentence? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what is going on, man? Because I felt like I was black, because I lived as a black person. And I'm like, these people don't know what they're talking about. And the only way I can break down racism with white people for me is that anytime, like when I was my last relationship, my girl always told me that I was a reverse racist. She goes, "You love black people, but you hate white people." And I said, "No, I only hate you. Don't get it twisted." That's it. But this is what they do. They have the ability to go, "I'm not prejudiced. I know 2 black people." This is the code of the white man. Okay, I know 2. And I figured out, because they can't, because if they said 1, it would be like they own that black person. And that shit just doesn't fly anymore. And I'm not saying it's coming back, but you never know with the administrations we've had. I'm digging you guys. You guys are better than the last Christian audience I performed for. When I was married, I had a lot of weird problems. You know, as you get in a marriage for a long time, you got to try to find ways to keep it fresh. But toward the end of our relationship, our marriage, she became a vegetarian, which I thought was just to torture me. You know, like, I'm going to become a vegetarian and the motherfucker to leave. You know, and at one point she told me, she goes, "Look, I can't cook you any meat because I can't touch the meat that I cook for you." And I'm like, as many guys that you went down on during our marriage, you're afraid to touch a piece of chicken? That fucking chicken should be afraid of you, okay? Yeah, I mean, thank you, sir, for that chicken sound. That was fucked up. You know it's going good when you get a chicken sound from some motherfucker in the front row. Yeah, chicken sound. Okay, I guess, I don't know how much time am I doing. Is that it, Chris, or?
More.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna end you on this. I'm gonna end on this. First of all, you guys, for an audience, have been like a 4. Okay, I've seen better. I've been with better. I've been like with audiences that have been in the trenches, but you guys have been good. I'm going to talk about Barack Obama just for a second. We elected Barack Obama because he's smart and intelligent. The last motherfucker was a fucking idiot. Should have been fucking assassinated. That's my opinion. So, what everybody is saying, oh, he's a black president and this and that. But about racism, when I grew up in an all-black neighborhood, I learned a lot, and I learned that you're not born a racist. You develop racism through the people that teach it to you when you're a kid. Like if you have a racist uncle and he's saying, listen, black people do this and that, and then, you know, okay, go have fun at Disneyland. Now you're riding the Matterhorn and you hate black people. You know, you don't know how that fucking shit came out. You're not born that way. You're fucking adapted to the fucking training of your fucking uncle. So the way I view this about Barack Obama is, I'm so glad he was elected, and have we come a long way, and will racism stop? No, because see, that shit is taught to us when we're a kid. Like when your daughter gets married and you give her your great-grandmother's wedding ring, go pass this down to your kids and to when they get married. And here's your great-grandfather's Klan outfit. Pass this down too. Thanks guys, enjoy the rest of the show. You got some great fucking comments.